Hello everybody, welcome to week 4. This week we are still in the Hacking Countermeasures course together. I'm still Erdal, my email address hasn't changed, my blog is the same, and hopefully so far you did enjoy the class. What are we covering this week? This week we're going to cover 3 different topics. The first topic is going to be DDoS. Then we will jump into penetration testing. Then, of course, the wanted, the expected, the one. We will talk about the exam. How the exam is, what kind of question you can expect next week in the exam, and what is going to happen if you pass the exam. My contact details are still the same. If you have any questions, feel free to reach me out from any of these details here. Our hashtag is still the same as well. So if you are on Twitter, please make sure you use stop cybercrime hashtag. So stop cybercrime hashtag. And I can see people are there. We starting beautiful. Gary is here, Zubair is here, Sakib is here. So don't forget to use the hashtag. And as usual, your 1 point stop for learning is https learn.itmaster.edu, not my Facebook page, not my email address. It is the forums, unless you have any private question to ask. Okay. Many people are asking me a book for recommendation. To be honest, I found one. The book that you see in the screen, which you can purchase from Amazon. I just received it for review, and to be honest, last week I had the ebook. I didn't want to recommend it to you before I looked into it. I went through most of the parts. This week I received the book. I think I can open my webcam. You can see it as well. Webcam. Don't worry about webcam. I know there is a button here somewhere for the webcam. Don't worry about it. But you will see that I got this book in my hand, and you can purchase it for $30. For most of you, I know, especially for the guys from far away, maybe this might be a bit expensive, but you can always buy the ebook for a bit cheaper. I think $30 for this book is not expensive anyway, so if you can afford it, highly recommend it. This will not just teach you hacking, it will also teach you the core components of penetration testing. Okay, 4 weeks ago today, I started with a question, and the question was, how safe is your computer? Seriously, after 4 weeks, can you please tell me how safe your computer is? I don't want you to type it in. I know it's going to take some time. I know it's sometimes not that easy to secure computers, but I think by now we all understand that security is important. And it is really. And by the way, I just saw Nick's comments. Erdal, yes, I watched 3 of the Defense in Depth lectures with Erdal Milad. Yeah. It's good time for you, Nick, to learn the Turkish accent. And the bad part is also it's not just Turkish, it's German as well. We call it Germanish accent. Anyway, back to the topic. So I asked the question, how safe is your computer? And we had warnings. We said, hey, be aware. Hackers are everywhere. Hackers might be inside of your computers. And the question here is, before I start to explain how we can stop them, let's learn our final topic for this short course. What is DOS? Denial of service attack. DOS is an attack on a computer or network that prevents legitimate use of its resources. Think about my blog. Usually I get around 20,000 people per month clicking on it, going into it. The blog can easily handle it. I think I can handle up to 30,000 people per month. That's the bandwidth which I've purchased. But what if something goes really good and next week I received 40,000 concurrent connections to my block at the same time. Of course, it's going to be out of resources. So, or let's say I got only 30 people in my blog, and you are usually going daily in, watching the videos as Nick does, and he practices the accents. So what can we do to, you know, you're there, you're doing this, and how can you, let's say, sorry, I just lost my example. You are there to learn something, but a hacker doesn't want you to go to my blog. What he does is he will use, or she will use, some tools to send lots of fake connection requests. So much connection requests that it can't handle it anymore, which is going to keep you guys out of my blog. This is basically a DOS attack. In a DOS attack, attackers usually flood a victim system with, as I said a few minutes ago, non-legitimate service requests or traffic. Think about a traffic, a road which has 2 lines, which can handle 500 cars. What if 2,000 cars are at the same time in the streets? What's going to happen? It's like a DOS attack, right? So, what is then DDoS, the distributed denial of service attack? It is the next step. The attack which involves a multitude of compromised systems to attack a single target. I always give this example. My daughter, she is 7 years old. Let's say I give one knife to her hand, and let me see, Vincent, are you there? I think Vincent King. I can see you are asking a question at the moment. Hi, Vincent. My daughter is 7 years old, and you don't know she's my daughter, okay? A little girl, 7 years old, who has a knife in her hand, can you please type your answer? Comes to you and says, hey, give me your wallet. What will you do, Vincent? Say no. It's mine. Okay. Now let's change the example. I sent 500 kids with a knife, and they surround you. What will you say? They tell you, hey, give your wallet or you will die. No, no, no. 500 kids, 500 knives. Andrew, no, it's not my daughter. Of course you will give it over, right? But the question was really cool. Belinda asked a beautiful question. 500 kids and one knife? To be honest, doesn't matter. 500 kids can be more dangerous than one knife anyway. That's exactly what a DOS attack is. Let's say I want to bring Google.com down. Me, by myself, what can I do? Yeah, I can use some tools, and these tools can create some legitimate traffic, unlegitimate traffics, but are they enough? No, don't worry, Vincent. Nobody's going to kill you. Are they enough? No. So what they do is hackers infect computers, which we call zombies. The more they infect, let's say they infect 20 to 30,000 people's computers, then they might be able to launch a DOS attack. So a proper DOS requires 25 to 30,000 or 20,000 plus zombie computers or botnets to attack a single system. The idea of this is, I just saw Michael's zombies, brains. No, nothing to do with this. All right, I should not look into the questions. It is killing my concentration. I will look later into the questions. Okay, what is a distributed denial of service attack again? Basically, the attack which will try to disable your network, to let you get some financial loss. More importantly, disable your organization. Why? These days, we are moving towards the cloud. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and many other cloud providers are saying, we are here, come and use us. Yeah, I love Microsoft. This aside, but what can you do if they attack your organization and they kill your internet connectivity? hey, your internet is in the cloud, sorry, your email is in the cloud, your CRM is in the cloud, your Salesforce is in the cloud, everything is up in the cloud. Can you do much? No. So it's better to find some ways to disable DOS or DDoS. How we can do that? We're going to talk about it very shortly. I said 20,000, Vincent, not 2,000. You forgot 10. Okay, symptoms of a DOS attack. Unavailability of a particular website. I don't know if you noticed, last week my blog was unavailable. A script kiddie was running a DOS attack. I was able to identify the location, the IP addresses. It was originated from 3 IP addresses. I did log them, and I did, send them back to the legal parties, but which hopefully they're going to take care of them. But what can you do really if there is a DOS attack? I mean, someone like me, here's a blog hosted somewhere in the cloud, can't do much. Just wait until the attack is over. Then, how did I notice that? Every time I was trying to go to my blog, it was basically not responding. Easy. I had the administration panel, which has nothing to do with my blog. I was able to connect there through my ISP or hosting company. I was able to see the logs. I was able to see the IP addresses. I was able to cut the connection and reset the connection. But they were connecting again and again and again. So I had a very slow network performance. And my website was not able to do much. Don't worry. What's going to happen is I took the steps which I'm going to share shortly with you. What is if it's an email server? What is if you receive, happened to me, a few years back? The company that I was managing was receiving for each mailbox 4 spams per minute. And we had more than 20,000 mailboxes which I was managing. Can you imagine 20,000 times 4 per minute? If I could not stop the spam attack, the web server was the email server was going to be down. So, what could I do? Basically, I had to find some methods to block it off. All right, let me get some questions. I can see Gervish Luhur's question here. What is the best way to address DDoS issues once you identified the source of IP address? Also, how would you get any response from the ISP abuse department? How can they be sure they are not zombies? That's a really good question. I'm going to answer this question a little bit later, but the best way to identify this is look in the logs and try to run reverse shell, okay, which I did. And to be honest, there is not really much which you can do about it, but if you're working with an ISP, which you know not ISP, but the hosting company, which you know the people there, I think there is some stuff which you can do. But to be honest, in the ISP level, in a legal department, if you are just a little person, you can't do much. But I'm going to give you an example. In Australia, we have something called BPay. And a few years back, BPay was attacked. BPay is owned by 4 major banks, okay? And let me just give you an example. BPay has around $4 billion per day money transaction within banks. They were over DDoS attack. I can't disclose the details, but the only thing which I can tell you, they were able to work with a major ISP here to divert the attack to some honeypot service. So if you have the money, if you have the power, you will be able to work with some ISPs. Daryl has a beautiful recommendation there. He recommends joining AUSNOG, which is AUSNOG, which stands for Australian Network Operators. This is really good. Daryl, probably you should write a blog post in our forums for that. It's a really good resource. Ben, is there any other question which I should take? I could just see the last one here.
We did have one other question that was quite good.
Sorry, if you can tell me where it is, or if you can read it out.
Bear with me. We just had Umesh comment saying that we had DOS attach today on our Office firewall because of global mail delay.
And where's the question? I mean, yeah, it's not a question, a comment. Yeah, Umesh, we had a DOS attach. Yeah. Let's talk what we can do against it, okay? Very shortly. Alright, what kinds of DOS attacks are available? We have bandwidth, not we, there is what we call bandwidth attacks. And as you can guess, they aim the bandwidth there. Then we have service request floods, sync flooding attack, ICMP flood attack, peer-to-peer attacks, permanent DDoS attack, application level flood attacks. With bandwidth attacks, they will basically jam your bandwidth and will try you to make out of service. With service request floods, they will send you, let's say you are a web application server, they will send you lots of unlegitimate service requests, which will let you out of service. With sync flooding attack, let me explain you this way. Alright, let me get a name from you. Hilton, are you there? I can see your name, Hilton Taplin. Mark, I will mention the book. Hilton, you're there. Okay, beautiful. What if I call your name now? Hilton, let's say you work in the street, and I call your name. Hilton, what will you do? Probably you will stop and look behind, and you will try to find out where the voice is coming, or who's calling you, right? Okay. Then he said yes, or she. So Hilton is, I think, she said yes, sorry. Oh, no, he or she. It's a unisex name. Hilton, he or she? Sorry, I don't want you to get offended later. He. Alright, beautiful. Now, 30 seconds later, you didn't hear anything. You will continue walking. Then you hear this voice again. Hilton! What will you do? Probably look around again. Third time, you will swear and continue. So, what happened is, when you stop and look around you, let's say for 10 to 5 seconds, this is exactly how a sync works. Remember last week I asked you to go to techtionary.com and I asked you to study three-way handshake protocol? And if you did do what I said, you learned that three-way handshake protocol works like, Andrew, are you there? He will say yes. My name is Erdal. We will shake our hands. So I will send him a sync packet. He will acknowledge that he is Andrew. Then I will basically shake his hand saying, yeah, I'm Erdal, nice to meet you. In a sync flood attack, the thing here is, when I was calling Hilton, he was waiting. Let's say Hilton has a goal to go to a site within 5 minutes, but I'm slowing him down every time I call his name, he looks around. And can you imagine thousands of requests coming like that? Hilton is not going to be able to move forward. ICMP flooding attack, I think this is a very old tool which people used to use ping or ICMP traffic to bring a server down. There is peer-to-peer attacks. The best example known for that is your peer-to-peer networks. The permanent DDoS attacks are usually designed to bring your network down forever. Then we have also the application level, which looks in your applications and they will try to kill your application and attack from this application. Yesterday, today actually, Microsoft announced there is a bug in Windows Defender. This Windows Defender, which is an antivirus application, has a bug which can cause a hacker to launch a DDoS attack. Good that this bug was not publicly known and nobody was affected so far. It was in a blog post today which I read on the internet. So this is just an example of application level flood attacks. Yes, ping of that, I think someone said it, I just saw it a few seconds ago. Let me scroll down, I saw it somewhere. Mark is right, Sing attacks also use lots of resources on destination which can crash server. Yes, all of them will be able to crash the server, but the difference between permanent DDoS attack is they are usually trying to, heat up your fans, boost your services, and the aim is not to stop your services. The aim is to cause damage in your services, which will automatically stop your services as well. Bring back the ping of that attacks. Yeah, Daniel, I will make sure it comes back for you. Don't you worry. Okay. Who is behind these DOS attacks? Sometimes you see hacktivists. What is a hacktivist? I think you all know what an activist is, right? Activists, let's say Greenpeace. They are there. They usually try to save the environment, and they do many different acts to take attention. Hacktivists is I'm not going to look in the chat box because I'm losing my concentration. Hacktivists is basically hacking for cause. Like Anonymous, they claim to be hacktivists. They say they always hack for cause. They release messages against some government, some organization saying you are not doing things right. If you don't do it, we will bring you down. All what they do is DOS attacks. So, but the real DOS attacks are usually done by cyber criminals. And this is an example of organized cyber criminal chart. Please have a look yourself. I'm not going to explain what a criminal bot is. I'm not going to explain what a stolen data reseller is. But I think you got the idea. So, a DDoS attack. What happened is, attacker releases the low orbit ion cannon, which is a tool on the web. They publish it via web servers, via zombies, via web search engines, Twitter, Facebook. They have lots of volunteers, especially Anonymous has lots of volunteers who gets part of the attack, but there are also many cyber criminals across the world which take some commissions. This way, PayPal was out of service. This way, MasterCard was out of service just a few years back, and it's still going around. And as Thomas said, many online gambling sites were closed down because of this, because they were refusing to pay money to cyber criminals, and as a result they were hacked or they were attacked, so they lost the trust. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas Siolek just gave the good example, which is which did happen in the past. How can you protect against those DDoS? You can buy firewall, software, hardware. There are many different stuff. You can get Cisco gears, Juniper gears, or the software which you see here. You can also get some UTMs. I think Andrew is going to say Sophos now. He's a reseller of Sophos. What can you do? So the question is here, and he's laughing by the way. What can you do? You as penetration tester, you as ethical hacker, you should test how much data, how much load your server, your services, your computer can take. And all these tools here are available for you to download. I'm not saying all of them are free. To download and to test your service out. Fairbet is a good one, Thomas. Yes, you're right. Okay, what are the DOS attack tools? So, of course, we still have our ping, our bugs, our backdoors, our worms, our viruses, our spams, but They are not the main tools. The main tools are, here's an example, DOS HTTP, which is a HTTP flood denial of service testing tool. And here's my first demo. Before I go to my demo, do we got any question? Ben, any question that you want to look at?
Yeah, we just had a question here from Noman saying, let's say if our wireless router using WiMAX technology is under attack, what should we do as these tools cannot be installed in our Wi-Fi router?
Can I be very honest? The first thing is unplug your wireless. I mean, look, I tell this even for a very big organization, organizations as well. Unless you have, unless you're a bank, which you have to be online, don't try to fight back. Just pull out the cable. As soon as you do that, the attack will go away. Okay. The second thing is just wait. Just wait until the attack is over, because they can't do it forever. If possible, try to have backups. There are many companies now, they will fail over you to another site, another IP address, another location in the world, which is gonna, delay the attackers to come to your site. You can always switch over, but this is really not a solution. Or there are a couple of other solutions which, to be honest, I didn't put in my slide deck, but there are lots of companies these days. They give you a 99% DOS guarantee that you're not going to be down from DOS attacks. Any other questions?
Yeah, another question we have here is, are there any good mailing lists to subscribe to in order to find out about current attacks or critical patches that have just been released?
I think I can give you some later. I don't know them top of my head, but there are a couple of really good websites.
That's all right. That'll be something that'll be good to discuss in the forums later.
On the forums, yes. Definitely yes. Any other question?
We're up to date now.
Beautiful. All right, please watch this demo. So first of all, this is a tool. I'm going to show you how you can find it, how you can install it, and how you can use it. Can you hear the voice? Too quiet. Okay. Alright, what I'm going to do is, don't worry, I'm going to take over the voice. Okay. So, it's really hard to get over the voice. This is a tool where you can download it. If you go to socketsoft.net, okay, all what you have to do is go to socketsoft.net, and from there you can just download the HTTP flood denial of service testing tool. As soon as you do that, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going ahead, downloading the software. By the way, for the lab, you need also Wireshark. I think all of you know how to get Wireshark. To download Wireshark, go to wireshark.org. Download the Wireshark that you're using. Of course, my one is Windows. If you have any Apple or different release, go ahead and use it. Now, as you can see, I'm installing Wireshark. So I'm going to release this video a little bit later for you. You are going to be able to download it tomorrow and watch it fully. It tells you how you can install Wireshark. Then I'm moving to my Windows 8 computer. I'm going now installing my .http, the latest version, which is 2.5. I agree with the agreement. And now, all what I have to do is, you can get a target URL, which is online, or you can just put an IP address. Before that, of course, you're gonna download the trial version, which you can use up to 4 times, and the trial version is limited up to 10,000 packets, so you cannot really bring any computer down with it, but it will give you an idea. In this case, I'm putting my local IP address in, which is 10.10.10.12, and I can go ahead, select my user agent. I can go and select my packages. I can't select 15,000, but I can select up to 10,000 per second, by the way. I can just send continuous requests, or I can send, as you can see, 1 million requests per second. If you're not sure, you can always go and verify the URL. And as you can see, it's doing a ping test at the background. It's making sure it's connecting to the other computer. And it's really hard to use. All what you have to do is click Start Flooding. And as this is a trial tool, you can just send 10,000 requests per session. Let's see if this is working. As you can see, the socket, it's sending lots of traffic through. If you wait a little bit, we will get some responses back. Is this working? This is my Wireshark and the other computer. If you wait a little bit, you will see that the computer is going to start to receive packages. And here we go. It is receiving packages from the other computer. And very soon, you're going to see that my Wireshark is going to crash, as the computer is going to get lots of resources. So what I done is I went to 4 different virtual VMs during the recording, and I launched the testing tool. And I don't know if you noticed, lots of packages are coming through from different IP addresses. Very soon, again, please watch this video a little bit later. Like tomorrow, you can go and download it. James is going to upload it to YouTube for you, and Ben is going to make sure that it's there tomorrow as well. So you will have this tool very soon for you, where you can watch. What I'm doing now is okay. What I'm going to do now is, that's the second part, which I think, please quickly have a look. And that's the second part of the video. I know it's a bit small, sorry. And as you can see, lots of packets are coming through. And very soon you're going to see that my Wireshark will stop responding. My computer will stop responding. And at the end, again, you're going to see that my resources in the computer, I think I'm going to be able to launch Task Manager. If you watch the full video, you're going to see that my Task Manager network resources are going very high as well. I think you got the idea. Please watch the video a little bit later in your own time. So this is a tool which will help you to test. And this was just an idea how this happened. Yeah, of course it's a very small, but what is if you got, what I done is to crash the computer. I'm going to be very honest. I just assigned via my virtual via Hyper-V very limited network traffic. And I launched 4 different computers with the others were full version, and I started to ping the computer to crash it down, otherwise it was not going to be fun. Alright, this is another tool for you called hping. I think hping 3, most of you do know about it. If not, you can get it free via Kali Linux. Ted is giving a nice example. It says you could you use ping/f in Unix? Yes, you can. It's just an example. Alright, here's another example for you. You need again Wireshark. What we do is with Wireshark, we start Wireshark. Make sure you start to sniff the network card that you want to sniff. Then from there, I'm going to move to my Kali Linux. This is my backtrack. For me, I'm going to Applications. From Applications, oops, it stopped. So I click Applications, Backtrack, Information Gathering, Network Analysis. I'm going to press on the top for the soon. And from there, Live Host. From there, hping version 3. This will launch hping version 3. With hping version 3, what you can do is you can run many different commands, as you can see. In this example, I'm going to run a SSL sync attack. To be able to do so, I'm going to type, you will see it very shortly. Hopefully I'm going to type it very shortly. Come on, Erdal, type it. hping 3, that's to start the program. /s is here to send sync flagged packages. And oh, even though it's a video, as you can see, you can do sometimes a mistake. Here we go. S, the IP address of the victim computer, my IP address, and I'm using P. P is the push flag. And as I said, the idea is here to run such a Smurf attack. I'm going to flood that computer, which you saw, while my Kali Linux, I think this backtrack, while my Kali Linux backtrack very shortly. To do so, all what I have to do is type this command, press enter. And as soon as I press enter, hopefully I'm going to do that shortly. You will see that it says hping is in flood mode, no replies will be shown. All what you have to do is move to your other computer. And this is my Windows computer, which is getting attacked via hping at the moment. As you can see, it stopped responding straight away. And I'm going to be able to run some I don't know if you notice, it's hanging out there. So I'm going to Task Manager. From Task Manager, I'm going to jump to More Details. For more details, I'm going to go to my app performance, and you will see that the CPU, the Ethernet, and memory is just going high. And this is all via a simple tool, which is totally free. This was just a small example how we can use hping to launch DDoS attacks as well, or to do testing internally. Probably you're not going to be able to do that in a real environment to attack external devices, but internally, I don't know if you noticed, it's really great. The CPU usage went fully up, and as you can see, it's 2.6 gigahertz CPU. Yeah, RAM was only 1 gig, but Ethernet, as you can see, it's really very pushy. I think you got the idea. Ben, is there any question that you want me to look at while I was trying to run the demos? Run the video of the demos?
No questions come through. There were a lot of interesting
I noticed Paul wrote something really long. Yeah, I'm going to look into it a little bit later. So it's too long for me to read now. Okay. What can you do? What are the countermeasures? What are the strategies? First of all, observe the attack. If you can, use additional capacity. I know it's easy to type in a slide. To be able to do that, require additional resources. To get extra additional resources, you need lots of money. It's not easy. If possible, degrade services. This will help you identify your critical services, and you should stop non-critical services ASAP to make the traffic flow. And as I said, the best rule is usually shut down the services until the attack has subsided. Because seriously, it is exactly like 500 kids with a knife. What can you do? Or I always give this example. Look, I'm father of 2 kids. I can usually look after 2 kids. Yeah, sometimes the females go out to cinema and they give all the kids. Let's say I had 20 kids to look after. Can I really do that? Can you imagine 20 kids crying at the same time, and while I'm watching my FIFA World Cup football game, okay, or soccer game, can you imagine 20 kids cry and they ask to open cartoon? What can I do against 20 kids? I mean, I can shut one, the other, but how can I shut 20 kids up? Probably I'm going to open the cartoon and move to my laptop, watch my soccer or football game from another computer, from another TV, if possible. Because they're launching a DDoS attack, which I can't handle anymore. So I'm shutting down my services, I'm moving to another computer. Yeah, Belinda, that's easy to say. Are you mom as well? Do you got kids, Belinda? Prioritize, yeah, prioritize. Soccer game comes first. Don't tell my wife. Belinda, do you got kids? Yeah, 2. Adam says yeah, 2. Okay. You know what I mean, right? If you got kids, it's really not easy. Okay. What else can you do? More like designated babysitter for a very large family. Okay, then probably I'm gonna get your experiences after the class. Okay. You can do post-attack forensics before the attack. Post-attack. You can mitigate the attacks if possible. Try to deflect the attacks. Easy to write down. Prevent potential attacks. Yeah, really. Notarize handles. That's a good point. And protect secondary victims. What you can do basically is make sure you do your post-attack forensics, or you do your ethical you use your ethical hacking skills to protect these kinds of attacks, because these attacks can be really annoying. So if you have an incident managed team, incident response team, make sure you get in touch with them ASAP. Follow your incident response procedures. If it's a vulnerable attack, make sure you shut down that vulnerable server. Otherwise, you really can't handle a large amount of traffic. Know what your system can handle. Like, I can't look after 20 kids. I need Belinda's help to be able to look after 20 kids. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuffed, and probably I'm never ever going to look after 20 kids after again. And if you know which server has been attacked, as I said here, make sure to shut it down if possible. Alright, you want more tools? Yes, Nessus can be used, Haren, and these tools. Nessus is a good tool. This is a beautiful tool where you can get it from the internet. I mean, the IP addresses are just, don't worry about the IP addresses, they are just made up here. It's called DIY, do-it-yourself DOS attack, where you can launch your own attacks. Or this is probably one of the most used tools, which is the low avert iron cannon. And you can send lots of different, you can send lots of different, you can attack with lots of different options. To be honest, as I say always, if you're not the master, you are managed by the master. So what you can do is, I'm not going to read what it's saying here. You can get a manual mode or you can get the automatic mode. You can put the server address, port. You can even attack IRC channels. You can put the URL, the IP, and stop flooding. What else can you use? You can use Wikipedia. Wikipedia is usually for testing tool. Or you can use, you can go to Mapsoft. I promised James that I'm going to put the tools with the URL. Some of the tools are a bit old. Maybe you're not going to find them on the internet. But if you watch my Google hacking video, which is in our YouTube IT channel, which is in our YouTube channel for IT Masters, you can go and see how I work it there. What else? What else? What else? You can see here another Colorsoft ping tool, UDP tool. I got all these tools for you here, where you can download them and get more information. All right, Ben. Any more questions?
We just had the one question which you answered already. So
go ahead. So no questions?
Nah, no questions.
Okay. So now we're starting with Pentesting 101. Pentesting 101. Oops, my phone is ringing. Okay, Pentesting 101. If you don't want to get hacked, then you need to know how you can prevent this. All right, all right, what you can do here is, okay, you can see the Pentesting 101 tools. Like a few minutes ago, who was it? I took a screenshot as well. Nick, are you still there? Remember you were complaining about Milat and me for our accent? To be honest, Milat is live at the moment from Dubai. He just let me show. I'm just Milat. Hold on, I'm sharing a screen. He's Milat. Can you Milat? I'm sharing our. He's in Qatar at the moment. I just shared Nick's comments live with him. So he's also at Microsoft and cybersecurity team, and he is going to share some experience with us as well as guest speaker. Milat, can you talk, please? Can you hear Milat, everybody? Milat, we got close to, what, 1,000 people live here watching you at the moment, and it's been recorded to up 8,000 people. So I was just showing some pen testing tools and some DDoS tools. Do you got any recommendations from Microsoft side? How can we make Microsoft products more secure?
I think people are struggling to hear Erdal.
Can you talk a little bit about Microsoft Surface Attack Analyzer, please? This Surface Attack Analyzer. Can you hear me?
People aren't getting any audio, Erdal.
You can't hear us? Hold on, hold on. Milad, I think they can't hear you. So, they can't hear you? So Ben, can you hear me out or not?
No, I can't hear Millard either. I can hear you perfectly, but not Millard.
So if you can't hear it, then nobody can hear it. Anyway, the recording is going to have it, I think. Sorry, Millard, they can't hear you. This was a surprise, to be honest. While I was teaching the class, I asked him to join. Anyway, what I can do is we can record an offline session, and I can put it to YouTube later, to our university channel. Millard, can we do this recording later offline with you, please? Okay. All right. I'm just taking you out of screen. So say hello to. We have people from all over the world: South Africa, US, Australia, and any other Europe, Netherlands, this and that. You know. Thank you for joining me, that, and I will be in touch with you later. All right. So, if you don't want to get, sorry, I thought you could hear it, and it was a nice surprise because he's managing a big cybersecurity team there, and I thought he could just add some value into our class while he was there, but I will ask all this question later offline to him. Hopefully, you will still learn something out of him. I'll make sure if you got any question, please email me, and what I can do is I can pass all your questions to Milad. And, you know, as Microsoft, maybe he can answer some of the questions for us. I'm just checking Twitter live, by the way. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Marlon. So, Zubair, I think. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Mubashir. So, many people are in Twitter. If you're at Twitter, don't forget, please, to use also the hashtag. Now, back to the class. So we always hear the same excuses. Hey, we know the internet is very dangerous, but protection costs lots of money. What can I do? Or you know what? It's too complicated. What can we do? Who cares? Who's gonna hack us? Ha ha ha! I got a simple firewall, and it can protect me. Woohoo! We have a simple solution, and that simple solution is going to protect us. But the question is, really? Is it really that easy to get not to, or to get hacked or not to get hacked? So the question here is, why should we have penetration testing? It's to, first of all, it will help you to identify the threats facing your assets. So I love this photo. I don't know if you can see it. I love this photo. This photo is basically telling us lots of stuff. It is, I think I showed you this photo last week as well. So his asset is his donkey, and he's treating it as it is a BMW. For him, this is his main communication channel, right? He has to treat his asset well. Maybe you drive a Maserati or Ferrari. For you, this is just a pet. So it really depends on who you are, what kind of organization you belong when it's come to asset management. For this, please, towards the end, I'm going to have a URL. Please watch that video where I explain more about assets. So this course is assuming you know what an asset is, you know what a threat is. So penetration testing if it's not completed professionally, it is as dangerous as hacking. Penetration testing will just assess the security model of your organization, and it will help you to find some potential consequences of what a real hacker can do. The difference between you as penetration tester and hackers are usually you are getting paid to hack. Hold on. The hacker is getting usually paid as well. But the main difference between you and the hacker is, here is, okay? Your job is to find the vulnerability and patch it before the bad guy finds it and brings it down. I hope this makes sense. So, what is a security assessment? Of course, every organization is using a different type of security assessment to validate the level of security of their network resources. They do security audits, they do vulnerability assessments, and they do penetration testing. So, security assessment is not penetration testing, but it is part of pen testing. Keep in mind, each type of security assessment requires people to conduct the assessment. And you might need to have different skills. Look, I'm not a database expert. Yes, I can do some SQL hijacking. You know, I can inject some codes into it, but to be honest, I'm not good as a SQL database administrator, which means I need to have someone who's good with databases in my team. I'm not an expert, let's say, in Apple. I need to have an Apple engineer with me. Does it make sense? So you have to have a good team to work together. So now the question is, what is security audit? A security audit is a systematic evaluation of an organization's compliance to set of established information security criteria. Security audit will include usually assessment of system software and hardware configuration. This could be physical, could be virtual, could be your data handling process, could be your best practices. So it will have some checklist of standard policies and, more importantly, procedures. This, what else? A security audit will make sure that your organization has and deploys the standard of information security policy. For this, for example, you might use ISO 27001. Or if you are a concrete company, for example, you might use ISO 9001. You don't need the internet security standards. You need the quality standard, which is 9001. So there are many other examples, such as HIPAA, if you're in America, SOX, PCI. So there are many different regulatory requirements where you can conduct this kinds of tests. What else? What else? Then I can see lots of questions are coming through, but for some reason I don't see the questions anymore. Is it just me, or there are no questions anymore? The last question which I see is from Hilton, which says zombies and clustering. Is this true?
Okay, no, there's just one question that's come in a few different parts here, so I'm just trying to get them all here, so bear with me. But Roshan is asking, is there a common penetrating testing standard covering all layers, a framework or a methodology which covers all the assets of a network?
I know at the moment ISO is working on a penetration testing standards, but it has not been published yet. So there is no standard set, but I think I got a beautiful blog post. If you go to my blog, where is it? It's here. Penetration testing. If you click into this, it will hopefully open. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Atikur. Thank you, Paul. I hope you're enjoying it. So it's loading up. Some. If you go, here we go. Penetration testing framework. You can come to this blog post. I have included everything, like the alternative bodies. You can just, they're all URLs. You can just click and open them. Tools, including Google Hacking Database, including People Search, including Spokeo, including search engine comparison. So it is a huge blog post, sorry, which has A to Z everything about penetration testing. Maybe this will give you some idea. Okay? And someone asked the book. Here's the book by Giorgio Weidman. And penetration testing, a hands-on introduction to hacking. Any other questions? Yes, Vincent, PCI DSS, it's for credit card handling. And it is a criteria, as I said. Benedetta, common criteria? Common criteria is usually the ISO standards. Again, if you go to my blog, I published, if you come and join us, IT Masters, and you do security masters with us, we have also an ISO class as well, where you can learn lots of things about ISO. Probably Ben can send you some information if you request. If not, just email me. I can send you some information as well. My internet is really ultra fast. I don't want to use my resources to open the blog post. Please come and click it yourself. Ben, did you see Vincent King? He wants some information, so you will send it to him. HIPAA is no, it's Mark. HIPAA is only in US. It is unless you are a US company. Usually nobody cares in Australia about it. But I know I have many students from US. Adam, my current role has me working on 27001 for 8 months time frame. Yes, you can come and get more information here as well. ISO 27001. I mean, myself, I'm a ISO auditor and implementer as well. So sometimes I blog post here. If you got any specific question, I might be able to help. Use the blogs to ask the question. US health industry uses HIPAA. Yes, Thomas, that's right. All right, so let's compare all of them. Unless there is one more question. Ben, any questions?
No, that's fine. You answered that last question. Beautiful.
So, security audit just checks whether the organization has followed the standards or not. Vulnerability assessment will only discover the vulnerabilities in the information system. And penetration testing, it's a methodology. Oh no, here's my English. Methodological approach to security assessment that encompasses the security audit and vulnerability assessment and demonstrate if the vulnerabilities in the system can be successfully exploited by attackers. So it's your job as penetration tester to use some tools to test the load, to find the vulnerabilities, to see if this G has been implemented or not. Rosan, is hello your simple question? Or are you just typing your simple question? So what is the return of investment on this? This will help you to reduce the IT security cost and provide you a better return on IT security investment. Why? Because now you're able to identify and hopefully resolve vulnerabilities and weaknesses in your network. I remember last week I asked you, or I told you, I said, if you want to be a vulnerable penetration tester, ethical hacker, the first step is start looking for vulnerabilities. See, look around. Forget about tweeting while you're in the bus. Forget about Facebook update while you walk in the street, and look around you. Find vulnerabilities. And penetration testing will help you to have a comprehensive assessment, which will assure the organization that all your policies, procedures, design, and implementation which you assessed has been regulated. So it's really important. Mark, for Australian government legislation, you can go to australia.gov, and from there you can click to IT, which you can get more information. As you said, Paul, you're right. HIPAA is only relevant in Australia, as I said as well, only if you have some business with the US. Adam has raised really good point. He's saying problem is most people want a vulnerability test, not a penetration testing. So, you know, you get what you pay for. Dot. So, I think who was ISO certified or he's doing ISO? Adam. I think it was Adam. Yeah, Adam. I think Adam should know this. If not, you're in trouble, Adam. ISO involves the PDCA Act. First, you have to plan your information security management system. Then, you have to implement the ISMS. You should always keep an eye, review ISMS, and improve it, maintain it. If not, it's a process which will never end. And as Adam will know, ISMS or penetration testing can't be done, as it was stated in one of the slides a few minutes ago, as a whole. You can't just like Microsoft. They have more than 30,000 employees. They have more than 400 locations worldwide. How am I going to penetrate testing all of this at the same time? No. But what I can do is, I can go branch by branch. And if you look at ISO, this is exactly how they certify. So, what should be tested? As I always say, occurrence times impact equals risk. And each risk has some sort of opportunities in it. So, a risk assessment should be conducted to identify main threats such as communications, e-commerce, lots of confidential information failure. I think we did talk about CIA. I'm not talking about the American CIA, FBI. I'm talking about confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So, Iman, are you there? Iman, can you please write back if you can hear me? Or Saqib? Risk analysis, yes, Mark. Iman, you're not there? Alright, anybody? Here you go, Saqib. Can you please tell us how much money do you got in your bank account? Saqib Raza is at the moment typing and telling us how much money he got in his bank account. Come on, Saqib, we're waiting for you. Not too much? Yeah, how much? So you don't want to tell us, right? Because it is confidential. It's not our business. He's really writing how much money he got in his account. You are hilarious. No. Usually, you don't tell how much money you got. How can you trust me? Now tomorrow you're gonna go to your bank account, you're gonna see only 7 cents, and you're gonna blame me for that. Alright, let me remove that. I was not expecting you to tell us how much money you got in your account. Alright, sorry, unexpected life. I know you can't. How do you know I can? So, can you please tell us, okay. Alright, I'm going back to the chat box. Now you trust us so much. Bilal, you don't see the question mark, no? Okay, can you please tell me also your, don't worry Bilal, you don't need to know how much Saqib has. Here we go, Narendra has 1 million. Are you from Nigeria and you are the king's friend? Narendra Patel? Yes, beautiful, I knew that. So, do you want my bank details? I'm a student, not a businessman. Okay, Saqib. Okay, do you mind sharing your bank details with us here? Just in case, let me remove the chat box so you will type it. Probably you will not because it's confidential. And what we accept on your bank is, next day when you go, you want your $7,000 to be there. That's your integrity. And what is the A part of CIA? Next day again, when you want to take the money out, you want your money to be available. You won't be happy if you go to the bank and you see 7 cents there. Or you go to your bank, you got $7,000, but they say, sorry, I don't have money now, come tomorrow. You need the money now. So that's what we call CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. What else? We have also, you should always look in your public-facing systems. Give me 1 second, please. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. So you should have always your public-facing system checked. Your website, your email gateways, your remote platforms. They are really important to test. Excuse me. Mark is saying, would you like to give me his account details? Yes, Mark. His bank details are, he lives in Bank of Moon. No, I'm not going to tell that. All right. What else should we test? You should always look in the access points into your network. As I said, your internet gateways, your modems, where many people underestimates that, but just 3 weeks ago, there was a modem attack. Your wireless networks, your physical entries should be all secured. And you should be always aware against social engineering attacks. Social engineering attacks are really important as well. Okay, what makes a good penetration testing? Yes, war dialing is good as well, Saqib, if they are still using wireless, modems. Daryl really brought a really good point. He said, should we monitor and check for unauthorized equipment on your network also? Definitely yes. Definitely yes. I mean, I always say, look, when you go to doctor, let's say you are sick and you go to doctor. The first question usually the doctor asks is, how do you feel? You usually don't go to doctor because you feel good. You said, yes, I got pain, for example. The doctor will tell you, where is your pain? Did you ever say to the doctor, I don't know, it's your job to find out? No, you should know your body. You should know where your pain comes from. And you should know, you probably should be able to describe your pain. When I do this, then that is happening. When I do this, I'm coughing blood. So network is the same, Daryl. If you don't know your network very well, you're in trouble. Okay, it's easy to say for small to mid-sized networks. What about enterprises? Let me make a better statement for your enterprises. The more you know for your enterprises, the better secure you are. Does it make sense? Vincent said yes, devices should be authorized on the network. It's also a good point. How can unauthorized devices get data? But these days, we have BYOD. And look, I'm not going to be able to talk too much about it now, but I'm talking very soon in a conference. Please keep an eye in my blog. I'm keeping, that's Milad, by the way, he just joined us a few minutes ago. Hopefully if the picture loads up here. I'm going to speak with Yuri, a senior knowledge engineer, about BYOD, walking zombie scenarios. So these days, more and more companies are allowing their employees to bring their own resources. So this will have maybe some unauthorized computers in your network. And I will talk about the dangers later. Okay? So please keep an eye for the recording in my blog. So what makes a good penetration test? First of all, you should be able to establish the parameters for the pen test, such as objectives. You can't just test everything. You should put some limitations. And you should justify the procedures. You should choose a suitable set of tests that will balance the budget of your customer and will give the maximum benefit for you as penetration tester and for the customer. You should follow a methodology. And a few minutes ago, I showed you my blog what kinds of methodologies you can use. With proper planning and, more importantly, documentation. It's really important to have proper documentation. You should state all your results clearly in your final report. Don't forget, they are hiring you to tell them what is their vulnerability, what is their security procedures check. They're not hiring you to bring them down. So penetration testing is not an alternative for IT security measures. It is just helping you to complete other tests. It is not an expensive game of capture the flag. It is never ever a guarantee for security. And I'm sad, but it's not a proof techniques. It can never prove that the absence of security flaws. It can only prove what is existing now. What are the limitations? Don't forget, pen testing is only valid for the period it has been tested. Next day, maybe something else will happen. And you usually have limited time to perform your tests. There is two types of pen testing. One, internal testing. You do all your tests from inside. Two is external testing, where you do everything from a public network. You launch your attacks. For some reason, it's not coming out to my slide, but doesn't matter. Yeah, don't worry. External testing is what you do externally. It involves analysis of publicly available information of a network, especially your enumeration paths, and you should be able to find out the behavior of the security devices from outside, how you can analyze them, such as your firewall. What is the behavior? Can you bypass the firewall? What about your UTM? Is your antivirus blocking the viruses that you're sending through? What about the web server? It doesn't have any vulnerabilities. By the way, yeah, I'm supposed to add a good friend of mine, Daniel from Kendra IT, did send us a beautiful video, which I'm gonna upload. To be honest, I forgot to add it into my slide deck. Let me just drag it down. I'm gonna show you the video. I asked him to, he's a professional penetration tester, and I asked him to do a pen testing in my blog. You know, it's easy when I do it, but it's always good to let some others do it as well. And he done a full penetration testing in my blog. So I'm not gonna tell you all the vulnerabilities now, but as you can see, the first thing is I don't have a certificate. So Daniel Wise, penetration tester, security specialist in KND IT. He did also send me a video how he done the testing, which I'm gonna upload very shortly, probably tomorrow when I say very shortly, into our forum website as well. I'm just opening the test PDF, by the way. If you give me a few seconds, it should just open it, hopefully. I'm just, you know, I double clicked on it. It will take some time. Ben, is there any questions so far? Here we go. Here's the report. He used HP Fortify, Web Inspect, and as you can see, the vulnerabilities in my blog. As I'm not using any emails, you know, I'm not gonna go through everything, but my blog has some sort of vulnerabilities, and he sent me the full report. And if you want to see how he done that, please watch the video in our IT Masters blog post and our YouTube channel. Sorry. All right, Ben, is there any questions, please?
Yeah, we've got a few questions. First one we've got here is, what is minimal topology for penetration testing for small company?
Small companies probably, I assume, if it's everything in a building, you can get the company as a whole. But if they have multiple branches, probably you're going to start from one branch. Or if you're doing external penetration testing, you're going to start with publicly facing services. That's it.
Yep. We had another one is, should pen test report include mitigation? How to patch those loopholes?
It depends. It depends on your job role. Usually, pen testing should, I mean, the report will not have mitigations, but it all depends on what kinds of contract you have with your customer. To be honest, I had situations where this has been done. I had many situations where this has not been done. So it depends on the budget. If the customer only has, let's say, a budget for pen testing, and they might use the internal team for mitigations, it's not your job. Let them do it. You are not getting paid to do that. You know what I mean? It depends on your contract. And if you're gonna add this, you should charge more. Questions?
Yeah, we have another one is there any criteria or measurement to evaluate the trustworthiness and capabilities of a pen tester?
There is a beautiful course which you can do by EC Council. Okay, ecouncil.org, and it's brand new. It's called Certified Ethical. What? This is the look. I'm not going to be able to show you the content. I'm not allowed to, probably. This is the content. It's a brand new class, just released, as you can see. I think I'm allowed to open the first module. Give me 1 second. It's opening at the background. For some reason, my internet is, I don't know. Yeah, you can't see anything, Mona, because I can't see anything too. It's not responding. Just wait a few seconds, please. All right. In the meantime, can I get one more question?
Yeah. One last question is, any recommendations for carrying out formal risk assessments? I see it as crucial, but not sure where to start other than using my common sense.
All right. All right. Risk assessment. We call it ISO 27005. ISO. Here's a beautiful website, ISO 27001security.com, but ISO.org. Let me see if it opened. No, it didn't open yet. Come on, PDF. I have so many things open on my screen. Here we go. If you come here, 27001 is the information security measurement. 27005 is the number that you are after. This has regulations. And again, I'm teaching ISO 20. I used to teach ISO 27005 classes, or you can use ISO 20000. Director name is invalid. Beautiful. That's funny. I don't know what's wrong. So yeah, sorry, I can't open it, but you can get it from here. You can come to XLTP. In the meantime, here's the regulation for ISO 27005. Okay, as you can see, it was updated in 2011. I mean, ISO usually is selling it for you. It's not free, but you can get all the information here. It's around 6-8 pages. I think I can show you my. Give me 1 second. I can show you my. I should be able to show my risk assessment files. Give me 1 second. ISO 20005. Oh no. Give me 1 second. It is password protected, so I have to type the password. The file has expired. Beautiful. They are unprotected, but don't worry. I'm still going to be able to show you something. Here we go. This is the class that I used to teach, ISO 27005, risk management. Basically, if you go and do the proper class, you can always, you know. So, you know, I'm not going to be able to talk too much about it, but this covers concept of risk, scientific specification of risk and statistic opportunity of risk, and etc. I think this answers the questions, and you can always get more information about it here, or you can go to ISO 27001 security, and from there you can click here. Oh no. You can download the free ISO toolkit. This is a really good website. You should be all thankful for me for this website, if you don't know it. And to be honest, it's better than ISO itself. It has the scope of the standard ahead, and not just this, you can just get any kind of standards from here. Alright, next question please.
A few people are asking about what the expected budget would be for a penetration test.
It all depends. Like, if you want, I can put you with Daniel Wise from Kendra IT together. Here's his details. Okay, you can always go to Kendra IT and get the details. To be honest, I'm not a penetration tester, actively penetration testing anymore. It all depends. So cheap is not always good. Expensive is not always good. That's the only thing which I can tell. Sakib, didn't I just explain what the difference between security audit and pen testing is? I did. I think I did. Daryl, you spelled my name wrong. It's Erdal, not W. Erdal. All right, any other questions?
Last question I have here is, what is the main difference between a pen test and a vulnerability test?
That's probably Sakib asking, right? He asked also through as well. I think we did cover that. Let me just open it again. Look, where did I stick it? Vulnerability assessment will discover the vulnerabilities. Penetration testing will not just discover the vulnerabilities, it will also look how it can be exploited. Here's an example. Look, Kaspersky, alright, they're not in my sponsors, I don't know why I'm showing that. Kaspersky, you can download the trial version, you can come and do vulnerability scan. Okay? But you can't do penetration testing from here. It will find the vulnerabilities in my computer, and that's it. If it knows the solution, it will know. What else? GFI. GFI is actually really, really good. GFI, for some reason, I did not get the latest version, GFI Langard. It's not installed on my laptop. But if you go to GFI, you know, I think it's a much, much better tool. GFI.com. And download Langard. I think up to 5 IP addresses, it's free. Excuse me. Download GFI Langard. Download Langard. It is really, really good software. It will not just do network security scanning and patch management, it will also do vulnerability assessment as well. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And Secunia is another website. Which I would recommend as well, where you can look into it. Okay, any other questions? Robert says $10,000 to $20,000. To be honest, it all depends. I don't want to give pricing. It's different for everybody. Secunia has a really, really good software. I hope I'm showing the right one. No. As you can see, they have also some vulnerability assessments for you as well. And to be honest, I was going to show you something else. This came out of my keyboard. Give me 1 second, please. By the way, I can take another question in the meantime.
Yeah, we've just got another question now saying, is there a cheat list to check the security status of a computer?
Don't cheat, work hard. And just watch all the videos so far. Everything what we showed is a cheat list. Was it not a good answer? No, you didn't like it, Ben?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Everything is, yeah, always work hard. That should always be everyone's motto.
Yeah. Anything else? Trying to find, where's my threat with gate?
We've got Adam asking about vulnerability scanners like Nessus or OpenBus.
Highly recommend it. Nessus is really, really good. OpenBus, to be honest, I didn't use it, but Nessus, go for it. Learn it hardcore. You will use it. Metasploit, learn it hardcore. You will use it. You will love it. Or you should. Kali Linux, use it. It's great. Thank you, Erdal, for fixing the spell mistake. Any other question? I can't find the program. These guys pay me lots of money to show the software, but I can't even find it. That's a good one. I'll later record a video for you guys. Any other question?
I think
Next
so.
is
We're
just
pretty
like
up to date now.
Metasploit. Okay, Robert, let me answer this question. Metasploit has narcissism build as well. Yeah, it is Lycan, but Metasploit is better, if you ask me. Alright, that's it then. Let's move on. We just covered that, we just covered that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, limitations. There are many different penetration testing techniques. You can use the passive research, open source monitoring, network mapping, OS fingerprinting, spoofing, network sniffing, Trojan attacks, brute force attack, vulnerability scan. So you can use, for example, just to answer the question here, Metasploit. Come on. Every time I come to this class, Metasploit is not working. It was working just before the class again. Anyway, you can just launch Metasploit and do your own pen testing as well. Pen testing has 3 different phases. One is the pre-attack phase. The other one is the attack phase. Then we have also the post-attack phase. Let's talk about it. The pre-attack phase is where you set up your attack goals. You do here reconnaissance. What was reconnaissance? Reconnaissance is information gathering, learning about the target. You can do it actively or passively. In passive recon, hacker does not interact with the system directly. It is using the publicly available information. And social engineering might be also passive as well. Where we have active recon, where we look to open ports, router locations, network mappings, and we will do them. We will try to do some fingerprinting, banner grabbing, while grabbing the information of the operating system. And if you remember, we did cover most of this in week 1. Not in details because we got only 4 weeks. So you can join our IT Masters Charles Sturt University full class to get more information on that. The attack path is where security games comes into place. You do penetrative perimeter. You acquire the target. Then you execute, implant, and react. You will try to escalate privileges. If you remember week 1, I said hackers or hacking belongs to 5 phases. 1, information gathering. 2, scanning. 3, gaining access. 4, maintaining access. 5, clearing tracks. If you look into this, I think they are matching each other. Hacking and penetration testing is it's like 2 brothers or brother and sister, you know. One is good, the other one is bad. And of course, pen testing is good. The pen testing methodology involves vulnerability analysis, involves external penetration testing, internal penetration testing, and you can do routers, switches, firewalls, penetration testing. You can do IDS, wireless penetration testing. You can do DOS penetration testing. You can do password cracking penetration testing. You can do social engineering penetration testing. You can concentrate on mobile, on applications, on physical security. And many people do underestimate physical security. I think penetration testing should start with physical security. Then you can do database penetration testing, VoIP, VPN, as some of you said before, war dialing, virus and Trojan detection, log management, file integrity checking. If you have Bluetooth in place, Bluetooth penetration testing, communication system penetration testing. If you have email, of course, email security pen testing. Of course, patch management. Of course, data leakage pen testing. So I know I went through very, very fast, but I think you understand that You can do it. There is many different methodologies, and you can do it automatically or manually. But I always say a good penetration tester needs tools. Without tools, you can't do much when it comes to penetration testing. Any question?
Yeah, we've got a question here saying, what is your evaluation for Samurai web testing framework?
For what? Samurai?
Yes.
I don't know. Anybody can help me to answer the question? Is Samurai a tool, or what is the evaluation for Samurai web testing framework? To be honest, I don't know. I didn't look at Samurai. Sorry to tell me. I just saw the question. Ömer. Oh, hello, Ömer. Some site hiding their platform information like operating systems. Hold on. Ömer Kartal. How can we deep dive to find it? So you have to look into the whole classes what we've done. When we do information gathering, I think we did cover it in week 1. If not, look into this session here, Hacker Tools for Ethical Hacking. There are many different tools like you can use. For example, I think I showed it in week 1, just as a reminder. I think some people asked me also this during as well. We had Server Spy, where you can look, just look in your right hand side in your screen. Let me just, so you can see it. Server Spy, which will help you to gain information about the website. As you can see, I'm not a big Firefox fan. I just use it in some instances. Come on, Firefox. How can I? Alright, now I'm stressing. Anyway, yeah. We had Server Spy, we had Hack Search, we got Firebug. This is some tool for you, Ömer. Any other question? Main thing I couldn't get. How do you do penetration testing? Vipal, seriously, you didn't understand how you can do penetration testing? Then please watch the recording again. Penetration is not software where you double click. Actually, yes, you can get a software which you can double click and learn, which will do the penetration testing, but you won't call this penetration testing. To be honest, I don't know if Google is your friend or not, but you can use Google hacking, and Google hacking can be a friend for you as penetration testing. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, my blog has new update. I just saw it now. Thank you, Hakan. I don't know if he's there. You know, friend of mine. For the, let's say, thank you for them. Hakan and Shukr. No problem, Vipal, and I will write you this later as well. You can come and get the website in English as well, Digital Forensic Services. So the guys who helped me to build my vlogs, special thanks to them as well. Yeah, Bilal, it's Joomla site. Up to date at least. Any other question, Ben?
Earlier you said that tools were the best thing to use for penetration testing. I've got a question saying, what are the best tools to be using?
Metasploit, Kali Unix, Nessus. We did talk all about this, I think. Core Impact, GFI Lengard, and some other tools. You know, all the tools that we talked is a good tool. Aircrack NG, yes, it's also a good tool. Where is my webcam? If I remember how to open the webcam here. James, are you there? How can I turn my webcam again? Ben, do you know how can I turn my webcam?
I don't know.
I knew it. It's somewhere
Hello,
here.
I'm here now.
Hi, James. How can I turn on the webcam again?
Oh, I shouldn't have come here. I don't actually know that. You've done it before. How did you do it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People can
Does
see
anyone
a
in the
screen.
audience know? I'm sure we've got some GoToWebinar users here. We don't usually use the webcam.
I've done it before.
Under
I
the
forgot how.
play button, you've got Show My Screen. If you click that drop down, is it Show My Webcam?
That's what I'm looking for at the moment. Both screens, clean area. No. I was going to show you some other tools as well, which I have in my hand. Stop showing screen, exchange presenter. No, I forgot.
So the drop down under Show My
And map
Screen.
is good.
It's not Show My Webcam there?
No. I've done it before, but I forgot how. Andrew, do you remember how you had done it before? Ömerciğim yardım et. Where are you? I know he's speaking now Turkish as well. Mohammed, Evinna. Now I can speak Arabic. Any Deutsche hier? Kann ihr mir bitte helfen? Google. No, sorry, I use Bing. Alright, don't worry. I can just tell you the name. Where is it? Now I lost the whole tool set. Ah, here. It's called hping. If I just could turn on my, you can just, I can just say why I'm not opening the website. Sorry guys, use the website. There we go. Hopefully this will open now. I seriously forgot. Alright, you can come and purchase this tool, for example, to do wireless penetration testing. Very bad. They have really lots of tools. I got one here in my hand with a huge two antennas, and I bet there is really there are not too many networks which I can't go through. You can just go purchase some hardware from here. This is the software which comes free anyway. Any other questions?
No, there's no.
No questions?
No,
If there's no questions, I'm moving. Oh, here we go. Paul has click in the share my webcam button. If I can find it.
Yeah,
I couldn't find the button.
The webcam option hides itself if your system isn't actually detecting it, so I think it might
Options.
be more of a
View.
Windows/webcam problem, Erdal.
Okay.
Yeah, there would be a whole control panel option for it otherwise.
Okay, don't worry about it now. But thank you anyway, Paul. Hack 5, pineapple is very good. Yes, Mark. Mayush, no, I'm gonna Bing it. Bitte schön. Paul, kannst du Deutsch sprechen? Ah, wrong spelling. No, you can't speak German. Okay. Does anybody care about the exam? No? Okay, then we can skip this part. Oh, look at this. Oh, too many yeses coming through. Alright, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Calm down. Here we go. Bilal, sort of kind of. Alright, Bilal. For you, I'm skipping it. No problem, Nick. Exams are easy. Yeah. So what will be in the exam? First of all, important. Please watch the demos as well. I might ask questions from the demos. Please make sure you read each and every slide before the exam. Time is up. You can go, Masish. Watch the exam prep videos. About the exam. The exam is timed. Yes, it is open book. And yes, you can set it in any computer you like. But you got only one attempt. If something goes wrong, please, 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 oh no, you're going to be on holidays, right? Email James Hale at itmasters.edu. James, who's going to look after while you're away to the exams if something's go wrong?
Any problems, just email info@itmasters.edu.au or post on the forum.
All right,
we'll see
info.
there.
Okay, info@itmasters.edu.
Who I'm sure some of you had contact with, or Ben in the office will be able to help you out.
Iman, you can find the exam in the wherever you can download. Don't worry, we will not have a DOS attack for 8,000 people. I'm pretty sure not everybody is going to do the exam at the same time. Please don't email me about exam questions. I can't share any questions with you. But any other help, any other question, please feel free. Don't laugh, I had people ask me, Erdal, can you please share the exam questions with me? The answer is no. Do you get a certificate if you complete the course? The answer is yes. But this is not the, you will get a certificate like this. This is just a sample. It will say certificate achievement, short course, hacking countermeasures, your name here, IT Master CSU here. Okay? Probably I should sign this time my certificate, James.
Yeah, that sounds good. If you'd
Last
like
time
to do
everybody
that.
makes fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, last time they made fun of me. That's the certificate which we gave last time away. Jay had the signature, not me. Even Jay Bavisi makes fun of it, by the way. I sent him a copy of the certificate, said, hey, look, people doing this. He thanked. And he said, oh, why did you not sign? I said, oh, I never thought about it. Seriously, even the CEO of EC Council make joke about it.
All right, we'll make sure we put yours on this time. If that's, yeah. That
not his one, okay?
Just quickly, Paul just asked the question, where do the certificates get sent to, which is a good question. They get sent to your email address that you signed up with.
And you can print it in your own pleasure. All right. So what is in it?
How do we access the exam? The exam is at the learning portal. You probably already just said that. The learn.itmasters.edu.au. We'll send out, the day that the exam starts, we'll actually send you out an email reminding you that it's already
based
started.
on your time zone. So don't worry. You don't have to do the exam.
To do it. So
yes.
You should be fine.
Please, James. Beautiful. How is the exam structured? You will get 40 questions, right, James? I prepped 50 questions to you, 45 questions.
Yeah,
so
it'll be 40 questions.
Some of them are backup questions.
That's right.
So, okay, you will see now I got 4 sample questions for you. Here's sample question 1. So, multiple choice. What is the essential difference between an ethical hacker and a hacker? Or a penetration tester and a hacker? A. The ethical hacker does not use the same techniques or skills as a hacker. B. The ethical hacker does it strictly for financial motivates, unlike a hacker. C. The ethical hacker has authorization from the owner of the target. D. The ethical hacker is just a cracker who is getting paid. What is your answer? Please type it in. A, B, C, D. Everybody, oh, someone said D. So I was going to say everybody's right. No, it's definitely not D. F. I love you, Daryl. No problem. C is correct. B, C, D is not correct. No, it's just C. If we ask for more than one answer, it will say choose all that apply or choose 2. Keep this in mind. 1 score, 1 point. Yes. Answer C. As the ethical hacker uses the same techniques and skills as a cracker, but the motivate is different. You have to get authorization. Alright, you will see also a question like this. I prepared some exhibit, and for example, by the way, don't forget our hashtag is not Stop Cyber Criminals, it's Stop Cyber Crime, by the way. You might see a question like this, saying, hey, name me a tool which helps you to cover tracks, like footprinting is whois, NSLOOKUP, scanning is GFI Langard, mmap, enumeration is RPC info, gaining access is TCP dump. So name me a tool for covering tracks. Erdal, yeah, it's not wrong actually. But if you look into my slides, so you don't have to do 1 million, please look in the slides and try to stick in the examples what I have here. You will see keystroke logger, key logger, or event logger, as Bilal said. Oh, Ivy, perfect. Sorry, but just checked, and I will be away for work that week for tests. Chris, sorry, not Chris, James, this question is for you. We have 1 week, right? They can do Saturday, Sunday included. So, Chris, come on, then tell me you're going to be away. I'm going to be next week. Look, Monday I'm in Singapore. Tuesday I am in Hong Kong. Friday I'm flying to Istanbul. So, in 1 week I'm flying to 3 different cities. Monday Singapore, Tuesday Hong Kong, Friday Istanbul. And I'm still going to, be online somewhere. This is not an excuse. Omer, yes, yeah. I'm going to be in Istanbul,
sorry,
if you're asking.
Due to technical limitations, we can't go outside of that week, really.
But they can do it Saturday, Sunday, right?
After, yep, Saturday, Sunday, 24
After hours, 2 a.m. in the morning? Can they do it 2 a.m. in the morning?
You don't have to be at your computer. I think it would even work from your phone if you had to.
Here we go. No excuse. How does a keylogger cover tracks? Vincent, it is actually going to do and looking into it. We did cover it in week 1, I think. Please go and listen to it. Okay, then you're going to have a question about filling up the gap. You're going to see something like this. Enable blah, 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 blah to monitor and track password attacks. So this is also an example question, and the answer will be, in this case, security audit. Enable security audit to monitor and track password attacks. Just one of the methods, okay? Hilton, I have already 2 assistants, Dan and James. If you're looking for more, I'll let you know on next course. I think our next course, my next course is going to be in September. But at the moment, IT Masters is running a beautiful course. What is it, James? Can you please give us some information?
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you. What's this?
I was swearing at you. No. I said my next short course in September for IT Masters, CSU, but IT Masters is running at the moment a short course, which is?
The one right now?
Yeah.
It's Program Management Professional. It's great. It started last night. If anyone wants to sign up for it, just jump on our website and register yourself into that one. It's on Tuesday nights. It's run by Brenton.
Can you please repeat yourself? What is it called again?
Program Management Professional. For anyone not aware of that, it's the concept of businesses, especially larger businesses that have lots of projects and need program managers who manage a program, which is essentially, as I understand it, generally a grouping or interrelation of lots of projects.
And how much does it cost?
Nothing.
Free again? Seriously? I know I'm getting paid by IT Masters, CSU, so it's free again, right?
It is. This is how we do this.
I love you guys. Hey, I mean, you guys means I love myself too, part of the team, right? All right, enough, Mark. Enough. This was a hidden advertisement. Back to the next question. Answer security audit. True or false? You're going to have a question like this. Is it true or false? Come on. Repeat the topic. Go to the website, Sakib. Don't be that lazy. itmasters.edu.au. You can see it in every slide. a Trojan horse is an apparently useful and insolent program containing additional hidden code which allows the unauthorized collection, exploration, falsification, oh my god, I can't even read it. How did I write it? Or destruction of data. Come on, Joshua, think twice. Iman, think twice. Mohammed, think twice. Falsification. Thank you, Bilal. Where are you based? Istanbul. I'm gonna come and kick you next Friday. All right, it's true. Ah, Melbourne. Easy. I can kick. Sorry, I'll kick you next time when I'm in Melbourne. James, can you please go kick Bilal for me? James is in Melbourne. Sorry, in September. How are you going to join our class in September? We got another free class. All right, it's true. So you will have questions like this, okay? Multiple choice. And I did prepare an explanation for most of the question. Are they going to be able to see the explanation after the exam, James?
Yep.
Or I done them all for nothing?
After the sitting
good. Because it took a while for me to prepare them. You will see exhibit questions like this. Okay, promise I'm not going to ask this specific one, but I might go and ask enumeration tool. You will have question about fill the gap. And you will have question true or false. I think I got a few of them. I think that's all, right? So last week, I think we did publish it also. If you want to learn more about threats and assets, please go and watch this course. It's at microsoftvirtualacademy.com. It's totally free. It's on 8 hours. And I hope you enjoyed 40 questions covered. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Keep in touch. You can always go to my blog, to my Facebook page, to IT Masters website. You can use this communication method to reach me out. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Thank you, Hilton. Thank you, Yasemin. Again, if you go to IT Masters, let me show you that website just in case you never heard about it before. That's the book which I'm recommending. Okay, penetration testing, a hands-on instruction to hacking. I got it in my hand right now. It is really, really good book. I got a PDF as well. Hold on. Let me show you through the book as well. Can you see my screen? Can you please confirm if you can see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen now. Just a quick one as well, answering a few more questions. You need to get 50% in order to receive a pass mark. You will receive the results after the sitting period, which it will be for 1 week from next Wednesday. And the certificate should be mailed out within about 2 weeks after that.
And please make sure you take a screenshot of when you pass the exam. Sometimes something happens. We might ask for the screenshots, right, James? I think it happened to one student.
Worst case scenario, it really shouldn't. It's all there in the database. It'll be fine.
Okay. That's the PDF version of the book. Sorry, I had to enter the DRM username password. I got the hard copy in my hand as well. To be honest, I really liked it. I looked into it. Georgia done a really good job. And the book is not expensive. It talks about everything what we spoke. Penetration testing primer, how you can set up your lab, which I spoke about it, how you can use Kali Linux. Sorry, we didn't talk about this, but I spoke about Metasploit, I spoke about information gathering, finding vulnerabilities, capturing traffic. We did not done too much explanation, but I did spoke about it. We spoke about password attacks. we did talk a little bit about client-side explanation, social engineering. You will see some questions about social engineering. Of course, this book goes into much more details. Saqib just add me in Skype. Sorry, I'm not going to add you in Skype. I'm not adding anybody in Skype unless I know them. But feel free to chat with me via Facebook and this. So thank you very much for joining the class. It was really a pleasure to having all of you in the class. This is our website, by the way. And if you want to get lots of information about the courses that we're running, you can always come to short courses somewhere here. It was here somewhere. Where is it? It was on the main page. MOC. James?
Yep.
Where is the short? Ah, here we go. Free University short courses. You can come and get the short here. Program Management Professional. I think someone asked. All details are here. And if you have any suggestions, I think today someone suggested that Twitter, please run a free CHFI, or was it on Facebook? Your wish is our command, sir. If you can fund me, no, just joking. Feel free to email admin@ITmasters. And our team is going to look into it and promise, if we have the time, if we have the resources, why not? Someone wrote it somewhere here. I was just laughing when I just saw it. You know, somewhere here, I don't know where, but here's the answer for you. admin@itmasters.edu. Email us if you have enough requests. I think we will make it happen. And as you can see, we do run lots of free classes. I think that's my third or fourth class. I run the Windows one, I run the network security one, I did run the hacking one, and we have some other great instructors as well doing that. As you know, I'm doing my doctorate in IT. You can still go and watch this. It is a really good one. I would highly recommend you, if you have the time, the power, the brain. Oh, it's kidding. Alright, so don't forget, IT Masters is division of Charles Stewart University. We working together. We are basically the arm of Charles Stewart. Any other questions? Thank you very much, Stephen, for the feedback. Thank you, Zubair. Thank you, Daryl. Oh, look at this. Sagwa has already passed. So if you do the Microsoft Virtual Academy class, you will get also certificates from there, like this. This certificate confirms that the user, Ahmad Sagaf, has completed the contents of course, Defense in Depth Security. And as you can see, I did not sign this as well. Let me just take a screenshot. There we go. Snag it. From Countermeasures, snag it. I use it for free, as you can guess. Life is good sometimes. Alright, any other questions? Thank you, Dane. Thank you, Saqib. Thank you, Steven. I think I said thank you. So far. It's over, Saqib. Alright, any other question? If not, I don't want to hang up for another 1 hour. I think Ben and James want to go home as well.
It's been a long day.
Come on. Next week you go to holiday. You are the last person to complain. I'm going holiday 2 weeks later.
No. I'm still here. James is going on holiday.
Sorry, you were Ben, right? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so used to James. Sorry, I totally ignored you.
You did.
The book.
Sorry,
you still didn't
I'll
get
put
the
on
book.
a silly voice next time.
It can't be sillier than that, James. No problem. I told you I'm going to fire you back. Remember in the beginning of the class? Here it is. Alright, that's the book. Probably we're going to put the URL in our form as well, okay? Just to get rid of these questions. And it's in the slide deck. I did put it in the slide deck. So Let me see. Home. Yeah, here. It's in the slide deck as well. So when you download the slide deck, it's going to be there for you. And no, I'm not getting any commissions from the sales. And what will be the topic for September course? It's surprise, okay? I have still a few more tasks to be able to do that. Surprise. So keep an eye on our website. Keep an eye on my personal and a public Facebook page. Only 7,008 likes. Come on, make it higher. Keep an eye in my or IT Masters Twitter. And of course my blog as well. I think I have a blog somewhere here. And keep in mind my blog, so you will get it there, okay? I asked, can I sit for the exam on 2nd July? Iman, the exam is open for 1 week.
Yep, so 2nd of July is the last day of that. Just keep in mind the time zone. It closes midnight Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is UTC plus 10. So
is there a way to subscribe for?
Should be fine, yeah.
Yes, if you come to our website, I think you can subscribe somewhere here. IT Masters Facebook, by the way, is here. Let me show this as well. Where they can subscribe. James?
I've just provided the link that he can go to.
Beautiful. Thank you for all organization stuff, IT Masters CSU. No problem, Pani. It was a pleasure. I would like to seriously thank to James, then for the last 2 weeks, Ben. Without them discussed, yes, I could run it, but not that easy, not that great. Special thanks for you two.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Erdal. It's been fun.
I don't know if they were getting paid, but I was getting paid. It was nice. That's our... No, you don't have to answer the question, okay?
No, we do it for
Someone
love.
did already answer the question. This is our IT Masters Twitter feed. Please follow us there. And we have also a Facebook page somewhere here. This is our IT Masters Facebook page as well. As you can see, I liked it as well. So, hey, look at this. I give 5 stars. Ooh. Did you notice? 5 stars from me. Please go ahead and like us, okay? By the way, I got stuff. I got to watch. I don't like it. Don't use it. Don't waste your money. Erdal, did you like the security training on the Windows Phone? To be honest, I love Windows Phone. Andrew, your screen is not changing.
Actually, yeah, Erdal, you're still on the Amazon screen.
Really?
Yeah.
So I was showing all this for nothing. That's can you see it now? Thank you, Andrew. As usual, my angel. You know, Andrew. Special thanks to Andrew. I mean, for the last 13 weeks, Andrew was my student at IT Masters, Charles Stewart. He's doing his masters, and he was always helpful like that. I hope he will pass the class. You will not get any extra marks for that. By the way, of course, the university class, it's about pass and fail, and there is no open book exam for the university, okay? That's our IT Masters Facebook page. Go and log, and you know, I was talking about that 5-star. Then I showed also our IT Masters Twitter feed. And I showed also our IT Masters website. I think we should also subscribe. We should add somewhere subscribe button here. James, feedback for you. People like to get spam sometimes. So don't forget to go ahead and like us here. Okay, it's really important. The more likes, the more courses you get for free. Ooh, look at the statement. Follow us. Yeah, beautiful. And don't forget to like my blog as well. My page as well. Okay, that's it.